Hey there, all you wayward sons and daughters. Welcome back to the Winchester Report, a Southgate Media Group podcast dedicated to all things related to supernatural over on the CW. I am Lilith, and joining me is
Jenny.
Sorry about hiatus, guys. We left you in the lurch, but I was super busy, so sorry. I actually liked not doing anything for hiatus. It made me hungry for supernatural again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I'm here for it now. They really actually, this is one of the best mid-season premieres they've done in recent memory for me personally.
Yeah. And since I really only started watching it, as a season in season 10, I just binged the rest of it on Netflix as a blanket burrito, which took a month, healthily. Unhealthily, I've heard you can do it in 2.5 weeks.
I believe that is what, Orsworth did.
Yeah. Unhealthy, you can do it in 2.5 weeks. However, my mom was not going to let me lie down for 2.5 weeks straight in a blanket burrito watching a Supernatural.
So yeah, I mean, 11:10, The Devil in the Details. Mark Pellegrino reprises his role once again as Lucifer. This was really a really good episode. I was really shocked how good it was.
Satan. Santa is Satan.
Yes. I always knew that deep down somewhere. Thank you for reaffirming that, Supernatural.
I am going to buy a t-shirt from lookhuman.com that has a picture of Santa on it that says, "Shh, I'm secretly Satan."
What happened in this episode? Yes. With Sam at the mercy of Lucifer, Dean ventures down to hell to save him. Meanwhile, Cassio meets a creepy angel, totally suspect creepy angel, when he's looking into the fallout of the massive angel smiting that hit Amara. Our monsters of the week are Lucifer and Amara. Our locations are hell. Lovely, lovely time of year for hell. Lawrence, Kansas, Kermit, Texas, and Kennesaw, Nebraska. So,
well, I mean, the people here in the Midwest could use some heat.
Oh, you poor blizzard babies. I don't miss it.
It's freezing here.
Yeah, that's why I don't complain about it ever. It could be worse.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, you guys have 50 degrees or something.
Yeah,
in the middle of winter.
Wearing a sweater and a jacket, so go figure.
I don't even do that here where it's 10 degrees.
Oh my god. So we had a lot of flashbacks. I was really upset about the Amelia flashback because just when I was over it, they brought it back up, and it was like, not only did they rub salt in the wound, they literally poured lemon juice over it. So I was just like,
why you do this?
Yes! Although, I got one of my wishes. Colin Ford made a comeback as Baby Sam. I was like, oh my god! Why did I not know this? It was a total surprise. Did you know this and not tell me?
I did not know this.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't do anything particularly supernatural related. I basically just sat around in a blanket burrito.
Because that's your favorite pastime when given a choice to do something.
And reading. Homestuck.
Oh, poor thing. You have so much to catch up with.
Yeah, I was just lying around in a blanket burrito on my laptop. Yeah, it's just lying around in a blanket burrito on my laptop. That is all I like to do at home.
We're going to have to do something about that. Yeah, so how did you feel about this episode? What did you think?
Satan! Satan, my baby! I think I just scared my mom.
But Cass said yes because he felt worthless. I could not believe the dialogue that they had in the Cass exchange with that one girl. I was just like, y'all are gonna get backlash, bro. I don't even know. I could not believe that actually was on my screen. How did you feel about that?
First off, I didn't even know there was an angel for that. I should have figured there was an angel for that, but I never did because I was too busy focusing on the plot.
Uh, no, but seriously, can you believe the things that they had that Ambrielle chick say?
Yeah. And second, yes, you are worth more than you know, just not in conventional ways for an angel.
Uh, she seemed really stupid though, so I was just like, okay, whatever, goodbye. Cass is
Yeah.
like, it's the middle of the afternoon. Why is it so dark? Good question.
Yeah, that girl's an idiot.
I mean, she's a number cruncher. I mean, sure, they're drones, but they still need brains to think. Jeez Louise. But you know, we're not getting another Castiel sighting for at least 3 episodes, so I mean, you better cherish it, I guess.
Aww.
It's really weird how they decided to keep Misha on as a regular, and then they don't kind of really utilize him. And then they keep him separated from the main action, which is everybody's main, like, sticking point about the character, among other things. But we could be spending our money better, is all that I'm saying.
Yes. You
Oh,
have a limited budget.
wait, I want to wait. Pause. Okay, guys. So the one piece of news that I did hear while I was during her latest is that Bobby and Rufus are making a comeback. I am so freaking happy to have them Beavers back. Did you hear that?
Bobby! My mom is going to be very happy.
She loves the Beeps.
Yes.
Awesome. Yes.
She's the one who got me into Supernatural.
Cool beans, then. Yeah, it's gonna be a Bobby and Rufus flashback. Sorry, that just totally dawned on me right now that we haven't talked about that. So I'm really excited. I think it's episode 11-16. So we got about 5 more episodes when next week happens. So
a month.
Yep. So anyway, back to this. I love seeing Billy again. I really like her as a Reaper. I do.
I think Billy needs to cool it, and that the universe does kind of need the Winchesters at the moment.
I mean, does it? I mean, yeah, only because they made the universe need them.
But it still needs them.
Oh man. No, I like Billy as a Reaper because she is not buddy buddy with them. She makes no bones about it. She wants to do her job, and her job is to make dead people stay dead. So
Isn't that the Winchester's job too? Because a lot of the monsters were once humans. Make the dead people stay dead.
Let's save that conversation for another time because I have lots to say about that topic. But yeah, I like seeing Billy again. I like that we kind of have a consistent rotation of Reapers and supernatural creatures that are kind of neutral that we get to know. I love the Rowena double cross, and she is a Lucifer fangirl.
Another fangirl.
Well, she's a witch.
Speaking of that, do you think we will ever see Becky again? Just like ever in the entire duration of the series?
I think the last season we are going to see a lot of people that we haven't seen. We might get Chuck back for all we know in the last season. But we have a really long way to go before that happens.
My mom doesn't think so. My mom thinks they're only going to go up to like 13 seasons at the most.
Me too. I definitely think 13 seasons would be perfect. It is like, as much as I love the show and I love the boys, I just want them to have time with their family. Their boys are really young and they get to have them on set and all that stuff, but it's just not fair to them to, sometimes I feel like they're afraid to say they don't want to do the show anymore because then some crazy fangirl will kill them. So, like, we have some really
I know of 500 crazy fangirls online who would attempt to kill them.
Yes. So I mean, I think that I want them to do it as long as they want to do it and as long as that they can do it and the network lets them do it. But I also want the show to go out on a high note. So I think that if they plan it like right now and say, hey, 13 is going to be our last season, they can definitely, they need to make that decision now so that it at least comes out decently and they can get Eric Kripke back and maybe have like Sarah Gamble come back and write an episode and things of that nature. Do you know what I mean? So I really want to see it as like a farewell where we get, a lot of fan service. I don't care. I said it. I want it. And so if it ends at 13, they need to make that decision like literally now so that it can be as good as it can be and have a good solid plan in place. But like I said, this episode was really good. And this episode actually gives me faith that we're actually going somewhere and doing something and not spinning our wheels. So.
Well, I mean, the first part of the season did have quite a few filler episodes.
And that's to be expected. I mean, it's 23 episodes. But we did actually get a lot of good brotherly moments and character development within those fillers, so I can't really call it a filler per se.
Yeah, we can't really call like half of those fillers.
Standalones. Fillers are like the standalones that don't really have anything to offer you. It's just there. It's just meh. Standalones are good stories that, develop the character and there's an interesting creature maybe, or we learn something about the myth arc or something like that. So,
but it doesn't really advance the main plot of the season that much.
Exactly. So, it comes and goes with a story that is this long and on the CW. So,
yeah, because they have 23 episode seasons.
Not that I'm complaining.
Yeah, I wish HBO had 23 episode seasons
instead of 10 episodes. Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
I love how they played it.
I watched that. I'm 13.
Oh God. I love how they play up the fact that Sam is a damaged character and that they actually have Lucifer calling him out on his crap, where it's like, where's the lie? But you know that it's Lucifer, and so it's a very twisted version of the truth, but I totally enjoyed it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a twisted version of the truth is what is to be expected from freaking Satan!
I know that's kind of the way that he's been painted in the Bible and throughout literature and things like that, and you just go, well, and with Sam, it's just like, especially like in the last, like since season 8, and they start bringing up all the stuff that the fans really want to forget and that have moved on. That's the one thing that I really don't like about this episode. I think like with the Amelia thing, not looking for Dean, and it's just like, dude, I was just getting over that. Why did you bring this up again? Just so bitter that they brought it up again. But it does need to be addressed, and, the flashbacks were really amazing.
Yeah. Although, just don't bring up the fact that Sam left. Please, we don't want to focus on that.
I mean, he does have a history, canonically, of running away, and in that way, it makes sense. But I mean, at that point in his life where he had put all hopes of a normal life aside for him to just try to settle down and not look for Dean, it was complete and utter garbage, and I will stand by that. You can try to justify it to me any way you want to, but that is the one sticking point that I will never change my mind about. So anyway, but no, I'm glad that they recognized what they did, and I feel like that was a meta moment for the writer saying, mea culpa, we're trying to work through this, and they have done a really good job with progressing the brothers. I mean, Sam said no. He said no. That's progress.
But Cass said yes. But Cass said yes.
That's Cass, that's where we need the most progress. I feel like every single season the big bad dupes him. I feel like it's been this way since season 7? Season 6 even. Crowley duped the hell out of him. So, yeah, we're going to need some character progress on Cass ASAP.
Hey, maybe this is where we will get that character progress. Maybe Cass will, just come back and remove Lucifer from his system. No! I do not want you here anymore!
I was really confused how Cass could say yes to him, but whatever. I don't want to get into it.
Well, Jimmy Novak's soul is technically, according to the canon, in heaven because Cass got blown up with.
Yes, exactly. I don't want to think about it.
So, Cass is the sole occupant of that body now.
I guess. Then I don't know. I don't know how Cass is gonna make a comeback from this. Then is what I'm saying.
Well, since Cass is the sole occupant of that body, he now, by heavenly rules, has autonomy over the body and therefore has to consent to the possession of the body from another angel.
Convoluted plot point is convoluted. Anyway, moving right along. What else? Dean, man. I don't enjoy Dean and Crowley's relationship anymore. I really didn't agree with it last season and the Mark of Cain thing. Like, it just was so. But Dean did need something major. I'm not gonna begrudge him that, but I just don't like Crowley and Dean. I just don't like it anymore. It's overstated.
Well, it's a good thing. Well, it's a good thing Crowley called it off then.
Yes, I really feel like the writers are becoming more self-aware. Not that they're listening to social media, but they're letting their stories tell themselves organically.
Yeah. Because guess what? In season 9, when they listened to social media a lot, didn't turn out the best.
Yeah. Don't even get me started. We'll get there eventually one day. We have plenty of summers left, maybe, probably.
And we'll probably even still be podcasting about this like up to 2 years after it's over because we have so much to talk about.
So true. There were some nice callbacks from season 5 with Cass ass butt, obviously, because it's funny because I go, yeah, even I still don't know what that's about. That was great. I love the stool cemetery.
Yes. Hey, ass butt. Yeah, I have a button on my school ID that says "Hey, ass butt."
Yikes. Dean in the cave.
I'm sorry, Principal Domovsky, if you are listening to this.
By chance. I don't know. I really miss Mark Pellegrino. I love him in anything that he's been in. It's great to have him back on Supernatural. So I don't know. Like, how long do you think that this is? I mean, Lucifer's now in Cassiel's body, so we won't be seeing.
Well, hey, you said Mark Pellegrino was a busy man.
I know.
So maybe that needed to happen for Lucifer to be in the plot.
And then he comes back and just kind of uses his old form or something, maybe. I don't know, but I don't know. It's weird because, like, Lucifer shows his true colors and kills Rowena. Like, really?
Kill the witch.
She's the one person who could put him back. And then we finally reveal why she hates Crowley so much. And I was just like, I've been trying to figure it out, other than that he's just a big bag of dicks, to quote Dean.
A big bag of dicks.
I mean, right?
Yeah.
So that gave it, I mean, even though it was the end of this another female character.
Since Billy's actually going to make Sam and Dean stay dead when they die, do you think Sam is ever going to get the throne as the king of hell?
Hell yes! I want that to happen so bad, just for like half a season, like maybe even the whole season, but that's not necessarily how I would want the show to end. But like that has been such a huge drop plot point that it's just ridiculous that we avoid it. So we avoid it at all costs. But it's the underlying reason why, even though Crowley kind of begrudgingly respects Sam, he can never really show him any kindness because he is technically, well, until Lucifer got out of his cage, you know, that was his seat. You know what I mean?
when he dies, that is his seat.
I hope. Like, they'll figure it out. But I think that it would be cool to have like we haven't had an alternate universe story in a long time, and I think that would be a really cool story to tell. Like Dean failed, and Sam ended up as the boy king of hell. I think that that would be an interesting alternate universe episode. Just throwing that into the ether, and if it happens, it happens. Because I finally got my baby Colin Ford back. I'm just still really happy. He's such a good young actor. He really, really is. I really enjoy his performance.
Yeah. I think when he's older and it's legal.
He's 18. I checked.
Oh my god! Wow.
He just graduated high school last year, so I mean, not that I stalk him on the interwebs or anything.
Well, I think he's going to become a very successful actor.
I think so too. I think he has a lot of big things in his future. I actually on Twitter proposed if they really wanted a spinoff of Supernatural, that they should do Baby Winchesters with Colin Ford and find a really good. I mean, no offense to the kid that plays the young Dean right now, but like somebody else. And they should do Baby Winchesters, and I think that that would be awesome. And that way, Supernatural could go on forever.
And then maybe they could do a Bobby and Rufus spinoff too.
Yes! No. We need that to be webisodes. We need that to be weekly webisodes. 52 weeks out of the year.
But that's a whole year.
I know, but webisodes only have to be 10-15 minutes.
Oh.
See?
Although I wouldn't mind them televising it, but only if it stayed with the CW. Like, if all of this just stays with the CW and they don't just, give up the rights after it's over because they don't feel like they're going to need them after, 5 years when it all dies down.
Yeah. I don't know. I have a lot of plans for Supernatural that I know won't happen, but I'm just going to put it into the ether and see what happens. Anyway.
You can actually do that, right?
Yes.
There is a website called screamintothevoid.com, and you literally just type your feelings, and it screams them into the void.
Yep, I'm very aware. What else happened in this episode? I mean, that's just kind of them killing Rowena and Cass saying yes to Lucifer and Sam saying no to Lucifer are really the three major things that happened in this episode, and I'm just really excited to see where we go from here. This was a really great way to open the season. It really opened up the plot a lot, and I feel like this is going to be a race to the finish line for the next 13 episodes.
Yeah. Let's see, how many months is that?
Well, it ends on the second week in May, so
yeah, we still have 5 months.
But we also have a whole break in March or something, like a whole month's break in March, I think.
Oh my god, I hate that. Didn't we? I hated that last year. It's why you do this, CW?
Well, it's every TV show. I know a lot of TV shows didn't even, they went on their winter break and they're not coming back till March or, late February. Gotham's not coming February. They ended the week after Thanksgiving. How to Get Away with Murder's not coming back till, the third week in February. Empire's not coming back till, the first week of March. So, I mean, we could have it a lot worse. I'd much rather take these next, 6-7 episodes and then take another break than have to wait till March. No freaking way.
Yeah, that would just be too long of a hiatus.
Dude, the fans would riot. Let's be real.
I think the fans would kill the writers.
No, they burned the CW building down in LA. That's what would happen.
Wait a minute. We're insane enough that we do that? I thought I was the only one.
I have no doubt. I mean, CW's been threatened to be burned down by a couple of other fandoms as well. So make of that what you will. Let's get into the trivia portion. There were 4 songs featured, and most of it was heavy rock. We had Changing Facts by Wishbone Ash. That was the Road So Far recap. Has anyone seen Kris Kringle? Obviously, during Rowena's Christmas nightmare. Genuine to Run All Night. That one was playing when the password Dean has to sing to meet with the Reaper Billy. That's what that was. Heaven must be missing an angel, of course, that plays during Lucifer's fight with Dean and Castiel for ambiance. Because Lucifer's never subtle. Yes, let's
Of
see.
course, he's Lucifer. He's
Um,
not supposed to be subtle. He's supposed to be sarcastic and awesome.
yes. Let's see. The Devil in the Details is an idiom. That's where the title comes from. The gift Crowley opens on Christmas morning is a Funko Pop vinyl figure of Sam Winchester that I happen to own.
Yeah. I was gonna order one of those for my mom, but then I saw that they also had Leviathan Cass, and I was like, Leviathan Cass.
I got mine at Hot Topic, I believe. So yeah, if you guys are interested, look for them.
Collect them all!
Oh God, good luck with that. There's literally like thousands.
Collect them all!
What else? Oh,
My dad probably hates me right now, and if he doesn't, his bank account definitely does.
Oh, when Dean says "you son of a bitch" and Crowley goes "miss you too, Puddin'," he was totally channeling his inner Harley Quinn, which is Puddin' is her pet name for the Joker. I totally loved it.
Aw. Miss you too, Puddin'.
Exactly. And for those of us who aren't British or are not Anglophiles, the word limey is slang, a very derogatory term actually for a British person. We had an Oedipus complex. If you don't know what Oedipus complex is, please look through your Greek mythology. Or
I'm
Google
going to have to do that later.
Yes. What else? What else? Oh yeah, the comic Billy is seen reading before Castiel pops into the room. Is Death the Time of Your Life by Neil Gaiman, which of course Tess and Castiel are inspired by quite a few things in Good Omens, as well as Constantine, but you know, whatever. And then Sam says, let's say you gank her, then what? And then Lucifer says, move to LA and solve crimes, because that's what Lucifer does in the comic book, which is also an upcoming show on Fox. Don't know why we're plugging other TV shows on other networks, but whatever. Probably because of the Neil Gaiman Sandman comic influence. So yeah, those were
because it was funny.
To variable degrees that could be argued, sure. And also my last thing is Colin Ford was last seen playing young Sam Winchester in 703 The Girl Next Door. That was literally like 4 seasons ago, dude. It's crazy.
Yay, season 7 mention.
The Girl Next Door, though, that's brutal. That Amy thing had me going to, man, they just kept rubbing salt in the womb, bro. God.
You just said salt in the womb.
They both hurt. Just saying. Anyway, that was the trivia portion. Time for the review. Who was your favorite character?
Satan, my baby!
Yes. Love me some Lucy. Love Mark Pellegrino. All around win. Gonna miss him. Hope he actually comes back in his original vessel's form somehow, some way, even as a hallucination, if you will. Again, those would be fun.
Puns.
Hashtag blame Kelly. Sorry. Anyway, oh yeah, I should mention that this episode was directed by Thomas J. Wright, who is now at this point a really prolific director of Supernatural post season 8. This episode was also written by Andrew Dabb. He is getting better and better, I have to say. Ever since he cut ties with his writing partner, Laughlin, no offense, he's just seemed to really come into his own. So I used to hate their episodes, but he's not that bad on his own. So I just want to say that. So anyway, best character interactions?
Well, I'd have to say the cage where like Lucifer's trying to be nice, trying to butter Sam up to get him to to get him to agree to be his vessel.
To get into
and
his pants.
Well,
His
I mean,
meat suit
technically.
pants.
His meat suit pants.
I don't know. I like Rowena and Crowley the best, I think. Even though this was her end, and they kind of just now gave her kind of the motivation or whatever, I still really enjoyed it. Let's see. Favorite scene?
Definitely the cage. That's just because I was so excited to see Satan. And maybe if we had him for like 2-3 episodes, I would have been able to analyze it better. And actually pick a scene for the quality of the content instead of just Lucifer!
It's okay. Fangirling is completely 100% okay on this podcast. My two favorite scenes are Sam saying no to Lucifer and baby Sam perplexed by a girl wanting to be out with him and not study but kiss him. I just absolutely loved it. So, do you have any lines that stuck out to you or no?
Well, when the stupid angel lady said, "We're both expendable." And I'm like, bitch, no. I just, like, that's all I was thinking. Bitch, no.
Oh, let's see. What was it? I can't find it now. I wrote this down.
The only way it could have been more of a stereotypical teenage girl was if I had a Starbucks in my hand.
Oh, okay. Here it is. You'll taunt me and you'll torture me, and I'll say no. And eventually, sooner than you think, my brother's gonna walk through that door and kick your ass. Lucifer. Haha. Dean? You're betting on Dean? And me and Sam are like, yeah, always have. I just like that. I was like, oh my god, the brotherly love.
The brotherly love. And the Sam logic that he's been following since he can remember.
Well, hashtag Blake on Winchester.
Probably even before that.
Ooh, or the other exchange between Crowley and Rowena. How long have you been working for him, Rowena? Not long. Lucifer came to me in a dream. Not that kind of dream. And I'm like, yeah, right. Anyway, then Crowley.
Well, she might have had one of those kind of dreams too.
Exactly. So you're just gonna let the big strong man boss you around? Whatever happened to the super duper awesome coven? Hashtag girl power. I don't know. I really love that line because that's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah. So that brings us to moments. Do you have any favorite little tiny moments that you want to share?
No, not really. But then again, I only watched this one once. I would have rewatched it for like the California airing, but I was like, I am so tired, and pizza rolls.
I actually live tweeted this week, so I was proud of myself.
And once again, I failed to charge my phone before the episode.
Anyway, I think my favorite moment is where Lucifer's like, Sam, have I ever told you how much I appreciate you? Sam's like, what? Lucifer's like, oh, don't get me wrong. I don't like you. I never liked you. You're sort of prissy, but I do appreciate you. Oh, God, that was so great. Because it was just like, you thought it was going to go there, then Lucifer totally didn't go there, so.
Yay, no Samifer.
I mean, boo, no Samifer. Honestly, that's one of my favorite things.
Sabriel.
So, yeah, that is about it other than the grade. So what would you give this episode of Supernatural?
I give it a 10!
Really?
Yes, because it has all the awesome characters and really cool lines. I kind of like the one you brought up more, like the really gonna bet on Dean. Yeah, I always have.
I think this episode.
And Rowena is finally gone.
Wait, you didn't like Rowena? I thought you liked Rowena.
I liked Rowena because she was a strong female character. I didn't like her as a character.
Oh, what are those situations? Very familiar. She was growing on me.
I think it was Crowley trying to do everything that Rowena didn't want that led the partnership with the Winchesters to go on for a bit too long.
Ah, yes. I could see that. Yeah. I think it's an 8.5 for me. It was great. It was all the things that I wanted. It was a great mid-season opener, but at the same time, it was just really disrespectful to the character of Cass. It's like I mean, you've had all this time to say these things, and now you're gonna say it in season 11 when we really need Cass more than ever. Really? I mean, I get it. It was for him to say yes to Lucifer, and it's supposed to be this big, shocking surprise. But I don't know, man. It's like it's really weird what they've decided to do with the character of Cass. That's all.
Yeah, I think they could do better things with Cass, but hey,
He never learns his lesson. The big bad always manipulates him. Always. So it's
he
just
was
so
never really the brightest. He was never the brightest. Although I think after 4 seasons, he should have learned something.
Well, more than that, it's more like 5, really, because season 6 he gets duped by Crowley, then it's the Leviathans, and then it's this, and then it's that. It's just one thing after another with Cass, and it's just so much drama, and now the angels hate him, and
everyone hates him except the Winchesters.
Exactly. And yet he's never with the Winchesters. So, hashtag supernatural logic ?
Speaking of everyone hates him except the Winchesters. DSTL! I'm sorry, just whenever I bring up that everyone hates him except the Winchesters, I always think DSTL. Because DSTL is my OTP.
Oh, you poor thing. Never gonna happen on the show, but you poor thing. You just... If they were both
my
women,
soul is burning.
If they were both women, maybe the CW would do that just for the salaciousness of it. But I don't know. At this point, with all the new sponsors that they got, I just don't see it happening. Unfortunately, like a couple of seasons ago, they had their chance and they didn't. So who knows at this point? Anyway, sorry. Let's do some.
My soul is burning from the torture of not having them together.
Drink some water or some milk. You'll be okay. Anyway, it's time for shameless plugs and self-promotion. I will let you go first, young lady.
Hello. On Instagram, I am Twitter_girl81. On Tumblr, I am mythicalsuperpans22. On Snapchat, I am scorpion_fan123. On Twitter, I am queer_llamacorn. No iPhone, I did not want you to open the photo math calculator. Do I have anything else? I don't think I have anything else.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, you can find this podcast on Twitter at the Winchester Report without a T.
Because Twitter thought it was too long.
Yes, lovely Twitter. What else? We are on Facebook at facebook.com/Winchester Report. We also have an email, of course, the winchesterreport@gmail.com. We look forward to hearing from you in any of those 3 ways. If you want to leave us a message on Twitter and you want to make sure that we see it, please use the hashtag the Winchester Report or just WR. Either way, it's good. As for me, you can find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire. I'm on Tumblr. It's lilithhellfire.tumblr.com. And you can find my writings at popculturepostmortem.com or lilithhellfire.com. We want to remind you guys to rate, review, and subscribe to us on any of your favorite podcatcher services, whether it is iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, or Lisbon. All you have to do is look up Winchester Report.
And if you find a podcast place, like podcast website, where we are not on, please tell us so we can get on there.
You can send that report actually over on www.southgatemediagroup.com, the place to find out all our offerings of our podcast. It's over 80 plus. We also have blogs, and you can also find out about the hosts. So that is a great place to check out all things Southgate Media Group related stuff. So we hope you found this podcast entertaining and informative. And until next
time. And I hope you aren't too annoyed by my constant fangirling.
It's what we do. It's okay.
I know.
So until next week, this has been Lou.
And this is Jenny.
And this is the Winchester Report, signing off.